I guess I have to do it. Okay. There you go. All right. We're all set.
Excellent. Well, good afternoon, and thanks so much for jumping on today to listen in on how we can leverage the Chicago Bears Small Business All Pros campaign potentially to help your business reach new heights. So I'm Sherry Dursa. I'm the business banker for PNC Bank. I'm the business banking market manager. And I just wanted to share with you today about how you can apply for the Small Business All Pro campaign hosted by the Chicago Bears and sponsored by PNC Bank. And I'll tell you a bit about the program. And then we'll just kind of get into walking through the application and sharing, how you can go through that application process to really put yourself ahead with as many details as possible. So just to kind of start, I'll share that the PNC Bank is the official bank of the Chicago Bears. So we're celebrating 11 seasons together. And this is the second year that PNC is sponsoring this program. What's really nice about this program is that the Chicago Bears launched it as an opportunity to elevate and uplift business owners who are making a positive impact on their community and who are really helping strengthen the Chicagoland neighborhoods through that positive work that they're doing in the community. And so this program gives business owners that opportunity and that platform to really just tell their story, to tell a or to tell the Chicago Bears. And if you win, all the Chicago Bears fans about your business, about why we, should all shop at your business or leverage your products or services or visit you or consult with you. And it really gives you that platform that perhaps potentially you otherwise wouldn't have. So the Chicago Bears are looking to celebrate four business owners and award them with a 4-week marketing campaign. And for that campaign, the winners will actually have the opportunity to uh, leverage the social media of the Bears. So there will be features in the Chicago Bears newsletter, spotlighting on their social media. It will actually also provide in-stadium recognition during a home game at Soldier Field. And then also the business will be sponsored and showcased on the Chicago Bears website. And so that business owner, the four business owners who are honored, really have that opportunity to reach all of those Chicago Bears fans, and like I said, reach a new audience that potentially they otherwise may not have. And the reason why this is important is that we know as a small business owner, it's difficult sometimes to find time to reinvest in yourself. It's also can be quite expensive. And so in this case, understanding how to leverage this type of application process to promote your business is a great opportunity. It's truly quite invaluable when you think about earning a 4-week marketing campaign, basically sponsored by the Chicago Bears. Additionally, applicants to this program and the winners are invited to join a PNC-led small business summit right at the Chicago Bears training facility at PNC Hallis Hall. That will take place very early in 2026. And in order to be eligible for that, when you do submit the application, you do need to opt in. Once you're opted in to receive communication from PNC, it gives you that opportunity to be invited to that. And that event we did last year as well was a really cool event where you had the opportunity to network with other business owners and entrepreneurs, to share best practice, to make connections, tell your story, talk about challenges, and also having the opportunity to learn from industry experts. Last year, we had marketers from the Chicago Bears team that spoke and did like a Q&A session. And so it's just a really neat way that as being an applicant to the Chicago Bears All Pros, you also get that additional access to this community event and have the opportunity to learn amongst other business owners. So Let's go ahead and get started. And the first step is that we want to just go to the Chicago Bears website. So if you go to the official Chicago Bears website at chicagobears.com / small business all pros, you should be able to easily find the application. If you don't have that website address, if you simply put in whatever search bar you use Chicago Bears and then put small business all pros, you will be directed to this landing page. So this is the official website for the Chicago Bears. And I think it's really important, whether you're filling out this application to win an award, or if you're filling out something else for your business as a grant, opportunity, or if you are asking for funds, or if it's another contest, I think it's really important to just first stop and take time to understand what the qualifications are for winning. And so in this case, you'll see that the Chicago Bears are looking to feature businesses who are driving positive change across the Chicagoland neighborhoods. That does include the suburbs. So we'll go to the official rules in a minute, but you'll see that it's within any business is eligible as long as they are in the state of Illinois. They have 75 employees or less, have to be in good standing, and also are within 75 miles, basically, of the city center. And so you'll see that although we're saying driving positive change across Chicago's neighborhoods, it does include the suburbs as well. Um, Again, just to kind of highlight, so 4 small business all pro recipients will receive that 4-week marketing partnership with the Chicago Bears during the 2025 NFL season. And you do need to apply by midnight on Sunday, July 27th. And so you get all of that information from the top. Before we go to the official guidelines, which we will review, Nick, I'll have you just scroll down so we can see the actual application. Up front, it's pretty basic information, your name, contact information. Please double check that your contact information is correct. It's very difficult to notify you if you've won if we don't have the correct contact information. And then you want to start getting into some of your business details. So your business website, and then any social media handles that you have, it's important to include that. And then you start getting into the details on the application. So some of this is just qualifying. How many businesses do you have, or how many employees do you have? Again, you need to have 75 employees or fewer. So less than 75 employees to qualify. And then we want to know about, are you operating in the Chicagoland area? And we want to make sure that you are independently owned and operated. Now, it's important to note that in order to qualify, your business does have to be in good standing with the Secretary of State. So you do want to ensure that you are in good standing, when submitting that application. Now, if you scroll down a bit more, we start getting into what this program is actually trying to celebrate and recognize. And again, this is just kind of a really important factor to consider whenever you're filling out any kind of application to win an award, to win visibilities for a grant or sponsorship. It's really important to tell your story, but also ensure that you are pulling out those really important components that the application process is asking for. And I always say, think about this, like kind of if you think about how if you were applying for a job, they always say it's important to look at what the job description tells you and make sure you highlight that experience. In this case, it's the same thing. So knowing that the Bears have launched the Small Business All Pros as an opportunity to share the celebration of what businesses are doing, not just to be great at owning and operating their business, but also to make that positive impact in the community and in your neighborhood. And that can be so many different things, but make sure that you tell your story of your business through that lens of how this is driving positive impact. So that first question there in 150 words or less, please tell how tell the Chicago Bears program will help your business grow. And just this morning, Chef Muhammad of Kebabit, she was one of the All Pro winners last year. She was on Fox 32 News this morning. I'm sure you can Google that interview. But she was really saying that one of the things that she helped or that she feels helped her business stand out in the application process last year was that she was really detailed oriented. So she gave the exact details about how she would leverage this award to really grow her business. And you heard her, if you could watch that on the news this morning, you actually heard her say that her sales are up, and that she did, in fact, gain that visibility as she detailed. And so that kind of goes back to the plan that you have for telling your story. And I would suggest, being very specific on what it is about your business that you want to highlight here. Um, then if you go down to the next question, tell us how your small business makes a positive impact. And I would say think through every component of that. That could be potentially that beautified a location that you moved into, or that you're offering a unique product or service that's really valuable to the community in which your business operates. It could be that you're doing volunteer work. It could be maybe based off a hiring strategy you have and how that's impacting the community. And so I really would just urge you to think through every single facet of your business and then think, how did that positively impact the community or the neighborhood that my business operates in? And then the last one, and this is kind of just a fun question in 100 words or less, share how your business, how you and your business really celebrates game day. If you have any game day traditions, at the end of the day, this is a Chicago Bears campaign, and they want to really bring out all of that Chicago Bears fan base that they have, and to really just kind of talk through, what do you do on game day? I know, like for me, growing up, I'm a Chicagoan. I grew up with my mom making homemade pizza every single Chicago Bears game. It's just what we did, So it was like game day. She'd start prepping her pizza dough, and that was a tradition that we had. And I know, my family still continues that tradition. So any small thing like that, I think that's just fun to share, and really kind of gives the Chicago Bears a bit of insight into who you are as a person, and kind of some of the funner components of running a business. Certainly, if your business does also have a game day tradition, I would highlight that. So maybe both a personal and a business highlight. So after that, you see there's some fine print there, and we're going to go over that. So we'll scroll back up. But I do just want to point out that you see, by checking this box all the way at the bottom, you allow PNC Business Banking Specialists to contact you. That is what will allow you to be invited to that PNC summit that we were talking about. You have to be able to opt in order to receive that invite, so that we can contact you about those exclusive events. Okay, so now let's go back up to the top. And I would say there is a link here to see official guidelines. So let's go ahead and click that. And again, when we think about applying for this particular recognition, I would say the same goes, I can't stress that enough, for anything that you're applying for. Read the fine print, read the rules, read the regulations. That's what's going to give you that bit of an edge over other applicants, especially if the resources are, slim, if there's heavy competition. In this case, they're going to pick 4 winners. I'm quite certain they will have many more than 4 applicants. You want to really make sure that you're standing out as one of the top applicants based off of aligning yourself with the eligibility and the criteria. So in this case, we've reviewed all of that up on top, but the introduction just really goes on to show exactly what you will win. And so it gives you that wording about being included in newsletters, social media posts, in stadium promotion, and then also that visibility as an All-Pro winner on the Chicago Bears website. So that shows what you will win. But then you want to go into the eligibility, and we're going to go through this a bit. So that first line, eligibility number one, that to me stands out as being something really important, that you have a mission consistent with the core values of the Chicago Bears. That includes perseverance, respect, a championship mindset, and a sense of community. I know I work with business owners all day long, and for all of you business owners and entrepreneurs out there, what business owner doesn't have this, right? I feel like every day you are faced with a different challenge, and really demonstrating your perseverance and your respect, how you maintain that championship mindset and that sense of community. That's really important to kind of put in that narrative on those application questions. And then you also want to go through and make sure you qualify with some of this other stuff. So for example, we talked about it, but does your business operate in the state of Illinois within 75 miles of the Chicago Bears, city center there? So basically, you have to be in Illinois. The suburbs are included within 75 miles. And I know this came up last year. There are businesses that technically are within 75 miles, but they are right at the state line, either in Indiana or Wisconsin. I do just want to make sure that I'm calling out that you do have to be within the state of Illinois, operating within the state of Illinois, in order to qualify. You do have to be independently owned and operated, so no parent company or franchise or private equity firms are available for this. Registered in the state of Illinois, been operating for 3 or more years at the time of entry. Now, I know this one has, we had a lot of questions about it last year, but really the Chicago Bears have put that criteria out there, and just want to make sure that you qualify for that. You have to have less than 75 employees, have a reputation for credibility and integrity. Again, I think those are important things to highlight within that application process. Make sure that you are telling your story. And then some of those other components, like to be in good standing, make sure that you're properly insured, and that you have your proper registration. Again, then you have to submit within the appropriate deadline, so we'll go ahead and get there. Now, I do just have to call this out, and we won't read, all of them, but there are some industries that are not qualified. And so you see that in number 1 and 2, where it says the following. Oh, thanks for blowing that up. That helps. The following business entities will not be eligible to apply: any organization affiliated with current or former Chicago Bears employees, including players, coaches, and staff. That's a legality. And then also any small business entities as determined by the Chicago Bears sole discretion. That is one of the following business categories. So affinity cards, airlines, banking, beer, Illinois gaming and casino, carbonated soft drink, teas, packaged water, hard seltzer, cloud-based technology service, over-the-top video sharing services, video on demand, television distributions, credit card companies, debit card companies, financial service companies. And then you get into some a bit more narrow ones. I want to call out physical therapy, salty snacks, and sports fuel. I just have to say I believe that much of this does have to do with the contracts that are in place already with the NFL and with the Chicago Bears. So just kind of wanted to call some of that out. And then I do just want to say that there are also businesses that we would just say are representing the Chicago Bears. that we want to make sure are not, maybe broadly considered as controversial. So I won't read through all of those, or just in things that perhaps may come with a different set of laws, rules, or regulations. Then when you go down, you will get into the timeline of when to apply. So you could go ahead and scroll and actually stop right there. Yeah, application process. So small businesses interested in applying to be an All-Pro, you want to submit the official application via the Chicago Bears website. And then as part of the application, each small business will be required to provide responses. We already went through that. Again, tell your story. This is your opportunity to shine. You're a successful business operator or owner, and this is just your opportunity to show how you make that positive impact with the community. Give the details. The Chicago Bears absolutely do want to know all the details of how you do make that positive impact on your community. And then you just want to make sure that the individual completing the application must either be an owner of the business or an authorized representative. So you just want to make sure that you are the actual business owner or authorized representative on behalf of that business to submit that application. And then if you just go down a bit more, again, there's some stuff about the partnership and recognition with marketing. The important stuff here is the timeline. So applications did open June 23rd, and they will close on Sunday, July 27th. So the Chicago Bears do cut that application off. Want to make sure that you have definitely applied by Sunday, July 27th. Do not miss that deadline. And if you are a winner, you will be notified via email approximately around Tuesday, August 19th. I would say give or take a few days, depending on the amount of applicants. They do review each one of those very carefully. And so as the application volumes increase, they may need another day or two. And then execution of the program, as we mentioned earlier, will take place during the NFL 2025 season. So that will be kicking off pretty soon here. So Nick, that is all that I have in terms of the application process. I will just say again, this is a phenomenal opportunity for business owners to be highlighted and celebrated across the Chicagoland area. And if, perhaps someone, if a friend, a family member, another business owner, we really encourage you to spread the word on this and help people apply. And then also, I hope you found value in the presentation today and really just kind of thinking through, hey, when I'm applying for these other programs or grants, whether it's the Chicago Bears All-Pros, or like I said, any other community grant that you may see, just really think through, what is the application process asking? How can I leverage that application process to tell my story and also be aligned with the mission that this application process is driving? And I would encourage you to always do that, to stop, just like we did, take a few minutes to read through all of the rules. Take a few minutes to read through what the qualifications are to win. And then as you craft your narrative, as you're telling your story, align those details of your company to what that application is asking you. It's a great way to help your business stand out amongst others, and just to give you a little bit of that competitive advantage when resources are short. So don't know if we have any questions about this application process, but I'm certainly happy to answer them. And if there are no questions, for Chief Standing Elk, did you have a question?
My question was answered. I was just trying to find the drop down box for the exact link, but they put it in the chat for me.
Yeah, that
Okay.
was My bad. I think I sent it earlier, but maybe I asked because you could like direct message people. Maybe I had someone directly selected as opposed to the general chat. So that's my bad.
Yes, it's fine, and it was very informative, and you did a great job taking us through it. That's more than most a chance that most people get than most people get. So, thank you.
You're very welcome. Yeah, thanks for that. And for anyone else who can't find it, again, you could go right to your search engine and just search. You could put Chicago Bears, all business, or all pro business. If you can't remember all pro, you could just put Chicago Bears small business and the campaign will pop up for you. So it is right on their official website. But Chief Standing Out, thank you so much for being part of the presentation today. And good luck to everyone who's applying.
Mhm. Thank you, Sherry, for taking the
Thank
time
you.
to present this
Thank you,
morning,
Sherry.
afternoon. I don't know what you want to call it. Um, we always appreciate PNC helping us out because they're like a longtime partner with SBAC Empower here. Scott Baskin, he is the I don't know what's your title, Scott? Is it CEO
I,
or is it
I,
president? Probably
I don't
both.
know.
He's one of those of
But
SBAC
anyway,
Empower. Yeah.
but thank you, Sherry. This was awesome, as always.
Yes, thank you. It was great.
You're very welcome. Spread the word. We want all of our local businesses to apply. It's just
Mhm.
a phenomenal opportunity
It
to get
is.
recognized
It
and
is a
celebrated.
super opportunity.
For sure.
And if this is like this to the people who might be watching the recording, I'll make sure to put the link to the application itself in the description, though the application may be closed by the time this gets uploaded. But keep an eye out for next year, perhaps, in that
We will get
regard.
it up in time so people can
Yeah,
apply and watch it.
I'll do my best to upload
Absolutely, we will
this
get it done.
I'll
promptly
remind you,
6
the
gigabyte
deadline
video
is
file.
Sunday, July 27th at midnight,
Hmm
2025.
Yeah,
So,
So we have
11:59.
10 days.
yes, absolutely.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.